Your world's about to get a whole lot bigger.
Oh, hey Rick. Hey buddy. Rick, how's it going? Brought you potpourri. Hey, there he is. Hey, what's going on? What's up? You like our potpourri gift? Yeah. It's really nice. You like it? I like it. I like it.
That vase, that's something special. Fess up. You steal it from your Grandma Jean's house?
Did you just insult your grandmother? I think he did. Right. That's fine, as long as he didn't mention the spoons.
Oh. I hope you left her that spoon collection.
Spoon? No, those spoons! Those spoons with everything! I'm gonna kill you! Alright, man, you good? Yeah, I'm fine, man, I'm fine. Sorry, Rick. Sorry, buddy. You know, those spoons are a sensitive subject. Damn spoons.
You Shane?
Shane? Who the fuck is Shane? I don't know. Did I put him back in a coma? Rick, you alright? Shane? Dude. Potpourri, Rick. You don't want to eat that. What the hell is he doing? Rick. What you doing, man? Rick, it's potpourri. Like you've never seen potpourri before. What are you doing? Don't eat it. You're stinky. That's why we got it, because you smell. Bro, what time is it anyway? It's like 2:17. Oh. Alright. Rick, you know what? We're gonna go get some food for you, bro. I'm starving. Starving? I'd go for like a cheeseburger. You? Okay, no problem. We got you. Peace. We'll be back later. Fucking brim is recording this. What's going on, everybody? What up, people? Beast Mode back in action. Yes. What's going on, Beast Nation? Better late than never. Somebody had to. Listen. It was the worst. I don't know if anybody else is getting sick, but this was the worst. It's called proper nutrition. Take care of your shit. This is why you didn't want me to come over. You're like, oh, I just tell everybody who's sick to get away from me. What? That's what you told me. No. Yes. No. That's no. I want to bring it up on my phone right now. I hope everyone's had a great week so far. Yes. Besides Matt being sick, yeah. We are here. And we're ready for action. Yes. Stellar episode last week. Wasn't bad. No. It was. You know. They got storyline to tell now. You know, there's storyline to tell. So hopefully we can do this recap just as good as we have been doing for you. Yeah, I'm ready, man. Yep. You ready? Is your hat ready? You had to wear a hat today. So the beginning of the show, you have this happen, where there it is, where this happens. No, it's gonna be no Sasha Ham, but we had. Rose Raham, because Sasha decided to shoot down Abraham. I think the main reason why it's a little hard. It was hard to watch. It was uncomfortable. It was like he's like really hard to watch. He's all trying to mack it and whatever, this and that. Let's tell a funny army story about a camel who ate keys. And he has the worst poop it out stories ever. The one-liners in the stories have to stop. Yeah, well, we'll get into the Abraham English in a little bit. But I mean, yeah, just watching that happen, you could tell he was trying. And this is actually what it boils down to is I don't know if he was trying for her or because they were alone together out there for such a long time and he was away from Rosita.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently as soon as he got shot down,
He went right
to
back.
Rosita, and they were next thing you know she's like, oh good morning, oh hi, I made this trinket for you because you just
That was cute though.
banged me 18 ways from Tuesday, so here you
Yep.
go.
What did she say to him?
About what?
He said you're almost perfect. And
Oh,
then she
yeah.
goes,
Show me.
And then she goes in the shower.
Yeah, he's like, I'll be there in a minute, I'm busy thinking about Sasha, hold on.
Crazy.
Be right there as soon as
Yeah.
I'm done with this dirty image in my head of another woman. Oh,
Never mind, there's an actual woman.
I'm done, I'll be right
Yeah.
there, I'm
I'll be
coming.
right there.
Ah!
That was crazy.
All right,
He's out
so,
of control.
Yeah,
He's
so
slowly getting on my list of not my favorite.
yeah,
He's
and
very annoying.
there's a lot that happens with him in this episode.
Mm.
I like to look into things probably a little bit deeper, maybe as deep as some people do. Storyline based, we'll touch on that. But basically, all in all, this is just Sasha pulling herself away, I think, because she didn't want to get close to another guy again after what happened with Rob.
This makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, every time she got close to him, or they did get really close, and we all saw what happened to him, and the guy just got tortured, eaten, ripped apart, whatever, turned into a zombie and all that, whatever. So,
Wasn't there? Oh yeah, brother also. I mean,
Yeah.
she was obviously she was close to her
Tyrese.
brother. So.
Yeah, Tyrese ended up dying. Rob ended up dying. So I think she's steering clear from that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So basically, he gets turned down from her, and he goes and he shacks up with the all reliable.
It's terrible. She's a human being.
Rosita, you are a human being.
Next one.
Next one. So we have Carl meets Jesus, and as you can see, there's Jesus. I drew him sitting on the stairs. He's looking at a lovely picture of a flower.
You are so good at these.
Look
man.
at the flower.
Chris is
threw that in
taking
there.
over the art form of this whole project.
So
here.
he says,
I'm enjoying this.
he's like, what do you do, or why are you in my house? And he's like, I'm waiting for your mom and dad.
Painting
Yeah.
is like spot on.
It looks like the Mario Brothers power flower. You know what I mean?
Oh, it does.
Yeah. Yep.
The fireball.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's Carl like, what? Mom and dad? Because he was like,
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
When Rick and Michonne.
Yeah, because here they come out for the first time half dressed. And Carl's like, what are you talking about? Mom and dad? What's this guy talking
Yeah.
about?
Carl had no idea.
Nope.
But my favorite part of that was watching everybody else's reaction on the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they all just looked at him like, yeah. Alright, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
See what
that was
happened
yeah,
was.
See what happened was. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean, by far. So I mean, that was just a little, I don't know if you want to call it comedic, but it was funny.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I cracked up.
This is Carl being taken
Because
back.
I feel like they gave the looks that if you were in that situation, I was,
Yeah.
you guys do it? Or?
I mean, what's going on?
Yeah.
Which
So
we
that
find out
was
later
good.
on that Carl's all good.
Yeah.
He don't mind. He likes
is
it.
good.
He likes it.
We don't have a card for that when he's good?
I don't have a he's good card.
He was good. We don't have a he's good card, but he was good.
We're gonna give him a
Bonus.
Facebook
Thumbs up.
Facebook like.
Do you know they changed it now?
Yeah.
You do like laughing,
Yeah.
crying, angry.
Facebook in general, just take it.
I like it.
The political nonsense.
Oh,
I just
not the place. Not the place.
It's just it's too much. It makes it an unwanted visiting zone for me. I'll stick to Twitter.
So you should just put the little tear face.
No, because then that means I'm like a member of I killed somebody.
This is not jail.
But if I put a little tear face, then are you talking about putting tears on me?
No.
Oh,
On Facebook.
I was gonna say, man, I ain't no murderer. Well,
That came out wrong. It's like
well.
Facebook.
No, Facebook.
All right, next one.
Next. So the stick figures are limited this week. I apologize. I know you guys love the stick figures.
What you didn't see, this is actually the second take of this.
Why do you have to tell them every time we F up?
Because it infuriates me. It wasn't even our fault. Anyways.
A carpenter measures twice and cuts once. We like to cut several times.
Have a pile of useless shit
Right.
and have one good piece.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, it's called.
So this is the good piece.
Right.
Hopefully.
Think of us as a giant puzzle,
Yeah.
and we never find the right pieces.
Yeah, ever.
Okay. So a lot of dialogue, a lot of hidden little things that I picked up on. I'm hoping you guys did too. If not, then here you go. Funny dialogue in the beginning, nothing to really touch on much, but they had a little dialogue between Daryl and Denise.
Mm-hmm.
She brings him this shitty looking oatcake. He says like,
It looks so nasty.
yeah, he's like, no thanks. So he's like, I'll find something on the way. And she's like, yeah, like rabies. And he was just like, she's like, he basically told her,
It looked so bad that he would rather eat roadkill.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
basically what he said.
Pretty much. He's like, it looks like shit. And she's like, well, shit's better than roadkill.
Yep.
So, they in the past couple of weeks, they've been able to find moments of
Those two have like a weird relationship.
yeah, I know. Because obviously she's with Tara.
But is Daryl changing her?
I don't know, because she says that he reminds her of someone. Like, meaning someone who was with the colony previously.
Could it be Beth, maybe?
I don't... No, because she never met Beth.
No, but you said that he
No,
said...
no, I'm sorry. She said...
Oh.
Yeah, she said... Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was Daryl, but...
He said, she said. Yeah. No, she told him, she's like, well, you remind me of someone that, I used to know or whatever.
Okay.
Meaning someone that used to be there. We're going to go over some Abraham English, which I know Matt is a big fan of Abraham. Loves the guy. Loves him. Oh, he loved that little gingerbread. So, I could have drawn a gingerbread man. Damn it. You know what? It's been a long day. So Abraham says, Abraham English, having a pup equals a baby. Pouring the Bisquick when he's talking to Glenn on the RV. He says, when you were pouring the Bisquick, were you trying to make pancakes? Matt, what does pouring the Bisquick mean? Since you didn't like how I did it in take one.
Why don't you say how you...
No, please.
Okay.
What's pouring the Bisquick? No, don't look. What's... Explain to these beautiful people what pouring the Bisquick means. In adult terms, please.
It's when you have a daddy and a mommy.
Oh, this is terrible.
This is practice for when I have kids. This is how I'm gonna explain it. Daddy, mommy, and then is that how you did it? Is that how you explained it to your kids? Do it like that whole thing?
That's more terrifying than what I did.
All right, then what did you do?
Pouring the Bisquick means the male. He pours the Bisquick. He comes inside the woman, and then
And this took a turn.
And then the pancakes is the baby again. So he puts his male filling inside the female receptacle.
I still like the stork idea. I feel like that's much easier to explain.
Yeah, total fake bullshit.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm going with the stork.
Baby
for as
wrapped in a
long
diaper.
as I possibly can.
Yeah, stork.
Yep.
So basically, pouring the Bisquick means that a giant hairy bird, feathered animal, brings a baby in the shape of pancakes in a basket to your doorstep.
Doesn't that sound delightful? Doesn't that sounds
Every
great.
woman wishes it happened that way.
Yeah, probably.
All right. The last one I have here is he says, "I see rain coming. I'm wearing galoshes. I'm doubling up even," which means not one, but 2 condoms for protection.
I hate him so much.
Next. All right. So next thing I want to talk about is they end up on their road trip. They end up coming across a crashed vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus says that it's his people.
That part was weird too.
Well, immediately,
I thought it was a trap.
Immediately, everybody thinks it's a trap. I mean, you could even see how, and I like how Rick had his head out of his ass for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like I said in the previous episode, he made like 2 really big brain farts.
Mm-hmm.
But he seemed to have his act together back. You know, and I think
About time.
I think having Michonne now has a lot to do with that. Believe it or not, I think it forms a sense of clarity for him.
Aww.
I'm serious.
He's got his center.
Smack you. Yes. So, you know, he's making sure that he's handcuffed. He's being watched by someone.
Mm-hmm.
He tells Maggie, "You hear me whistle, you shoot him." And she's like, "I will."
Yeah.
You know, like, no, don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta love that about that woman.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter to her. It's about
Yep.
preservation and her baby. So,
Mm-hmm.
so anyway, they end up searching this area to find all Jesus' people. Ends up being a doctor, which ends up being the most important thing for Maggie and Glenn. And they load them up, and they're bringing them to you know, to where Jesus stays up in Hilltop. And as they're driving, they get stuck, and like in like this muddy area in the middle of nowhere.
What did he say? He said something about a storm.
He
He said
says
a storm must have rolled
Yeah,
through.
he says a storm must have rolled
But-
through. Now you and I are sitting there, and we're thinking, well, it's far enough away, but still close enough to Hilltop. Maybe it's a first line of defense. Maybe they keep that area flooded, so that way, in order to get through that, you need to either be going really, really fast, have an all-terrain vehicle, to get through that mudded, kind of moaty area.
Yeah.
You know, and to be able to approach Hilltop with enough speed to do something to the walls, because
I
those
would
walls
have
are
never
huge.
even have like thought it. You said it and it kind of just opened up my mind like that was a great idea.
Yeah, I mean,
If
and
they actually did that for that specific reason,
it's
that's
something I would try to do,
Yeah.
because their vantage point, or why it's called Hilltop, is they're on top of a hill inside that building with the tower up top that, like Jesus says, you know, those windows you can see for miles around. So why not booby trap that area? You can keep people pinned down there, stuck, and have to be on foot now. You always have the advantage when you're up top on a hill and people are
that's
down at
true.
the bottom.
That's true.
So that's just kind of
I
what
like
was.
that. When you pointed that out, I thought that was a very good possibility that they did that.
So that's just kind of like what I saw with that.
Kids thinking.
Yeah, I try, man. Some storyline stuff that I want to point out to you people. Stuff that I picked up on. While they're saving Jesus' people in that little building, the guy that Abraham saves, is the guy that's injured, and he thinks he's a zombie. He yanks him up. He goes to stab him. The guy's still alive. When they're in the RV going to Hilltop, Jesus asks that guy if he's okay, and he's just like, I thought I was going to die. You know, I thought right before this man was about to kill me, I saw my wife. He's like, I saw my life flash before my eyes, and I ended up seeing my wife. You see Abraham just sitting there. This was a really strange episode for Abraham. Just kind of like soul searching, asking questions. Why would you have a baby in this kind of world?
I feel like he's been doing that for the past few episodes, since the season started. He's on this
Yeah.
weird like spiritual journey that
More-
he's just
more
morphing
so-
into something weird.
Yeah, I think this episode really put a lot together for him, because later on in the episode, when they have the fight break out and the guy gets on top of him and he's choking him, he just stops fighting, because as the guy's choking him, you can see him just kind of like go off, and he's hearing his kids, he's hearing his wife,
Oh, we wanted to see them again.
and that's why when Daryl says, "You okay, bro?" he's like, "Yeah, I'm dandy." You know what I mean? So, I
missed.
and
How
and
the
the-
hell do you pick up on all these things?
I watched the episode. I don't know, but that's when you sat down and saw it. It was probably like my fourth time. It was my fourth time.
We're committed. Well,
It was my
this
fourth
guy
time.
is.
So and then also with his storyline, after that fight, when Daryl picks him up off the ground, the necklace that he wore, that Rosita gave him, was left behind on the ground. He never
picked it up.
Yeah, he never picked
Did
it
he
up.
notice that it was
I
gone?
don't think he noticed, but I don't think he cared to notice. Like, he was in this state of euphoria where he had this vision where he saw everything that he wanted to see, and you know, I don't even think it mattered to him at the time.
He just needs to let that poor girl go.
Yeah, of course. And this is what I've been talking to you about it. Storyline wise, the depth that I see of characters coming in the future episodes, now that they're getting ready to raid Negan, number one, I don't remember the character's name. I don't know if they said it, but the guy that Rick talks to towards the end of the episode about, you're gonna take us to Negan's camp because you know the layout of it.
Yeah,
You've been there on deliveries.
That was another weird part, because that was the guy that I thought Daryl broke his arm.
Well, he definitely
I thought
had
he snapped it
he
in
had like
half.
a makeshift cast on.
But he was like swinging around. He's like, yeah,
Yeah, I think he dislocated the elbow. I don't know if he broke it. I mean, I don't know.
Look back at that part because it looked like he snapped his wrist or
Yeah.
his arm.
Definitely his elbow. His elbow, you could see it definitely like,
His Elvis.
yeah. I don't trust that guy. My feeling is that that guy has actually turned and works for Negan now.
That would make sense. I did get
It's
a weird
just-
vibe from him.
It just
That would
'cause
make sense.
it's just how I feel moving ahead, and I didn't like his vibe. I didn't like the. He was perfectly. I mean, not that he wouldn't be fine with doing it, but I just didn't like his vibe, and I have a funny feeling that that guy has traded sides and works for Negan, and I think he's bringing them right into a trap. I believe that in the next coming episodes, you will see Abraham, Glenn, and my wild card is Daryl. You will see 2 of those 3 die.
Yeah, I have to agree with. I would say Glenn and Abraham.
How many times can Glenn avoid death? And if they go anywhere near the comic book storyline like they have been, Glenn will get his head bashed in by Lucille, by Negan. Well, with Lucille by Negan.
Well, you don't know who Lucille is. They don't know if they haven't followed it. So we'll leave that for you.
She's a really nice woman.
Yeah, she's pleasant.
She likes to play hardball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going on wordplay, we're gonna throw this in real quick since we're on the topic. When Jesus is first talking, he's first talking to Rick and the group about their first meeting with Negan and the Saviors. He tells them a story of how the first meeting, Negan beats a 16-year-old boy
Yes.
to death in front of everyone, which really shows you the strength and
Is that strength? The kid was 16 years old.
well, no. I mean, like the strength, like his as far as his character goes, like how strong this character point is, like
I would say how savage he is.
well, yeah,
You know what I mean?
his lunacy.
Yeah.
He's
I mean, it kind of gives you some insight.
because he has a bat that he named, and the name might be Lucille. I'm not sure.
There
But
goes the mystery behind it.
but basically, he tells the group, he goes,
Thanks, Google.
yeah, shut up. Well, I knew that way. Whoa,
I know you did, but
Oh.
I'm saying just in case they don't know.
they know. If you're hardcore, you know. Anyway,
Spoiler alert.
yeah. He says, so anyway, you always derail me. He says that he beats a 16-year-old to death in front of everyone. It was in order to make them understand. And he says that he ends up, basically telling them, like, you need to understand right off the bat. Right off the bat, anyone?
Right off the bat.
$1 million for the guest. $1 million.
1 million.
Ow! Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, wordplay
Wordplay.
right off the bat.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. So,
Okay.
okay. So we're at towards the once we get towards the end of the episode, kind of, you have Nathan and part of the group come back to Hilltop while Gregory's talking to Maggie and everything, negotiating all that stuff or whatever. And oh,
Bitch.
sweet baby Jesus, thank you. Yeah. How's that feel? Is that good? You like that? Disrupting the show like that? Weird, huh?
You win this time.
Oh, so weird. Anyway, I'll regroup us while Matt's busy on the phone. Sorry.
I'm not looking at my
No,
phone.
no, he's way too professional for us.
I muted it.
Good.
Sorry.
Yeah, mute her, okay?
She's muted.
Yeah.
She's muted.
Anyway, So this guy Nathan comes back, and Gregory and everybody come outside, and basically, he comes up. He says, you know,
I'm listening. I'm listening. They come up behind.
uh
Come up behind.
huh. So this guy Nathan comes in. And he wants to deliver a message. He wants to know where the rest of the people are at, and they're like, they're dead. And he says, you know, Negan, and he says, yeah. In the meantime, you know, Rick and Daryl and Michonne and everybody, Abraham, excuse me, they're all in the background, like listening to this. And this guy says, you know, he told me to deliver a message, and he puts his hand on Gregory's shoulder. He's like, yeah, and he stabs him.
Shanks him.
Yeah.
Like prison style.
All hell breaks loose.
That was crazy.
Shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Rick tackles Nathan. He starts beating the shit out of him.
He went into Rick mode.
Yeah. Some dude like comes and tries to grab Rick, and then Abraham tackles that dude. This is what we talked about earlier, where Abraham's getting choked, and he has like this vision of his wife, and he hears his kids and stuff, whatever. Rick and this dude are going like at it, and this dude Nathan ends up on top of Rick with the knife to his throat, and all it took was Michonne to just throw in that small little distraction. She says, drop it. And Rick, the guy just turns, and Rick's like, wham!
Just right in the throat.
I mean, kill shot.
I want to know if that much blood comes out.
Oh, God,
in that
yeah,
situation.
dude. Yeah, that's your,
Like
that's your,
carotid,
yeah.
Right.
That's your Karate Kid.
It's your,
The Karate Kid.
it's your Karate Kid right there.
It's your Karate Kids right here. If you get hit in the Karate Kid, you're gonna.
It's your Karate Kid and your
Yeah.
Cobra Kai's on this side.
Yeah, your Cobra Kai, your Karate Kid. Don't forget your Juggernaut. Right
Only
there.
a few people are gonna understand that reference.
Whatever.
80s kids.
Not the sweep. Anyway.
Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg. So anyway, he gets hit in the what are we calling it? Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
He starts bleeding out like a
Yeah.
pig.
Rick just was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I've been here before. This has happened so many times.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same of a golden shower, but okay.
He seemed comfortable with
Yeah.
it.
But the classic part about that whole scene is, as far as comic book strip goes, classic scene from the comic book is when this fight happens and you see Rick turn. As he turns, he just looks at everybody like, "What?
Because it's normal in this world.
How is
Because they're used to it.
this weird?
What's up?
Is this weird? I don't
What's
get
going
it.
on? You guys never
Yeah.
had blood on your face?
Is this bad?
Yeah. Is it bad?
Is this bad? Is this bad? Is this a bad look?" So everyone's now flipping out. The chick runs over, like Nathan's, I'm guessing, girlfriend or whatever, walks over. She's like, "You killed him," and bam, drops him. I'm like, dude. Not saying anything bad about all you women out there, but this chick just walked up and knocked out the badass of the zombie apocalypse. Didn't knock him out, but he dropped him.
Listen.
To which Michonne said, "Hutta!
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
today."
Yeah, not my boo.
Yeah, she's like, "Not today."
Not my boo.
Dropped her. She's like, yeah,
Yeah.
standing above her. Like, next time it's your head, bitch.
Was a good shot.
Yeah, well, but he wasn't looking.
Yeah,
You
it
know
was
what
a
I
good
mean?
shot.
She was like, ah. Rick was like, ah.
Yeah.
And then Michelle was like, ah.
Maybe she trained with Ronda Rousey before all this.
Yeah.
Or Holly Holmes.
Why you gotta get all MCC, UFC on me, whatever the fuck it's called?
Because it's relevant.
No, it's not.
Okay.
They're dead. They're dead. They didn't even make it past the first month of the zombie apocalypse. You're Rousey and
You're
Holmes.
talking about the most badass women on the planet. Women on the planet. You're telling me they wouldn't be able to survive this? Well, maybe Rhonda wouldn't. She would probably put him in like an arm bar or something, get bitten. Sorry, Rhonda. Here we are again.
Oh, you're finished?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm done.
So, like I was saying, that whole scene happens. There's dead people. There's Rick knocked out. There's Michonne hitting and knocking out the girl who hit her boo. And Jesus comes jumping into the scene. And he's just like, well, actually, then you got guys with spears. and they're like, ready to charge everybody, and Rick's like, basically just like, nah, I don't think so. He's like, once again, he's like, not today. But and this is what I wanted to touch on. They mentioned so many times in last week's episode and in this week's episode that like when they first get to Hilltop, those guys have spears at the top of the door, at the top of the towers or whatever the hell, the wall. And he's like, we haven't had ammo in weeks. Enter Negan and his crew. The reason why they haven't had ammo for weeks is because they made Hilltop give them everything they had.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gotta be, that's just facts right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have a gunfight with them. They didn't, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't try to fight them off. They didn't try to do anything. They admit that they gave them everything, that they could, so that they would, because he's like, well, every time.
They became the sheep, basically.
Yeah, every time they came here, it was either give them what they want or someone died.
Yeah.
So the main reason why they have no ammo is because Negan and the Sabres took it all. Plain and simple. Another one of those little Easter eggs that if you didn't pick up on, you're welcome.
We got you.
You're welcome. I mean, last but not least, I guess. You want to pause it? Right.
Oh.
Wait, I didn't know if you wanted to or not.
Next one.
So, next one. Whew. Good thing I'm quick with it today. My sleepy friend Matt here. So Rick and the group are looking over Hilltop. They're on a balcony and they're discussing basically what needs to be done. And Rick says, they have food, we don't. They, what we can do for them is fight Negan and his crew.
Right.
That's what we can provide for them. It's what we do. Basically this whole thing now has become them taking on the Saviors and Negan in order to get the 50% trade from Hilltop for food.
Which is an interesting way to look at it, because I never thought like them being as badass as they are, but being able to kill things, and they acclimated to that environment and that mindset that we can kill people.
This is what we do.
Like, that's their trading. Like, that's what they have. That's what they bring to the table. We don't have food. We don't have medicine, but we bring a whole full can of whoop ass.
We offer you protection. Yeah. It's kind of like we offer you protection and you're going to feed us for it.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
And it is
it sucks because they had to go through all the mindset and had to change and everything like that. But
right. And I mean,
that was pretty cool.
It's not that they don't have the means for the food and everything like that, but they've gotten so low on everything that this is what it's become. It's they've taken out the governor. They've taken out they cleared the prison. They've taken out the governor. They've done nothing but survive, and they've done it by killing people.
Yeah.
And doing what it was necessary.
Yep.
So Rick turns around and he says, "This is the trade. This is what we do." And he says, "This is the trade," and Maggie says, "It's gonna cost us something." There you go. What's it gonna cost? It's gonna cost lives. And once again, it's gonna cost the lives of.
You think?
I think very highly.
You can't ruin it.
I'm not ruining it for anybody. I'm giving you people my opinion. This is what I think will very highly happen.
It's purely speculative.
Yeah, because I don't know this, but I am pretty good, and I have 2 for 2, probably more like 5 for 5.
No, that's bullshit.
God, I'm always doubted.
Let's go back to the tape.
You want to do that? You don't want to do that. Glenn.
1.
Maggie.
2.
I can't think of any. Carl lost his eye. I don't know.
That's what we got. We got 2.
No, there's more than that. So, they decide, all right, so they get this trade. They start loading up the RV. They're going to go kick some ass. And, they end the show with, showing the highlight for next week where you have, Rick they go back to Alexandria. He tells everybody what they have to do, what the situation is, we have to fight. We have to go after these people.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now, do you think that's going to go badly, or
what?
the whole, like, when they go to Regan? Like,
Well,
when they attack?
yeah. Well, see, I think it's going to go badly because I already feel like the one guy has switched sides behind Hilltop's back.
Mhm.
I don't even think Hilltop knows. It's just a feeling that I get from the guy. Like, I felt he was just grimy backstabber kind of dude. I don't know, that, has already switched sides. Hilltop has no idea. He gets picked to bring them to, his place because he knows it so well. And I'm just like, this is a setup. Like, it smells like a setup to me.
Right.
Which leads me to believe Maggie says it's going to cost us something. It's going to cost lives.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
And 3 main characters are up to be dead. That's how I see it.
I think it's going to be a
That's
crazy
how I
week
see it.
next
It's my
weekend.
speculation is 3 main characters are up to die. It won't happen next week, I don't think. But I
we're gonna
think
lose
before this season is officially over,
Mhm.
2 will be dead.
I'm saying one of them is going to die next week.
Yeah?
I think one of them is going to die next week.
Yeah, it could be that soon. It could be. Or they're going to leave you on a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Because who knows how much of next week's episode is going to be them going back to Alexandria, talking and prepping and blah, 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 and this and that. And let's get on the road. Let's find this place. Now let's infiltrate. Where's, so they could be entering Negan's area and end the show.
Mm-hmm.
Just to bring it to the next week and have us all pulling our hair out, screaming and yelling. Which they do really well.
Yes.
So,
Infuriating.
but that's what I got.
That's what I got.
Hope you liked it. Yup. Wrap it up. Yo, wrap that shit up, son. Yo, wrap it up. Yo, wrap that shit up, yo.
Peace out.
Peace, people.
We're going to do shout-outs in 20 seconds.
Set.
Go.
All right. Thank you to Renee Hansen. Thank you to Zed Radio. Thank you very much to Haley. Thank you very much to Sarah77. Thank you very much to Angel of Grimes. Thank you very much to First My Family LLC. Thank you very much to iSurvival Skills. Thank you very much to Herschel Green. Thank you very much to Bristol Pepper and Joel Com. Lauren Ward. Sunnydale Study Group. Lucy Papworth.
This defeats the whole purpose of the timer.
You know what?
Anybody who we shouted out, if you want some shirts or a shirt, hit us up. We got some free ones giving away. Who doesn't love free stuff? Once again, peace out, everybody. Thank you.
Tired of fucking wearing a hat all the time, so I'm gonna put on a fucking hat too. Fucking A, hat time.
Damn it. I wish I recorded this sooner.
Recorded what sooner? You're an asshole. Yeah, I'm being mean to him. He's a fucking asshole. You fucking dick.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
All right.
Matt's got a hat, I get a hat. Yeah. It's fucking hat time.